What?
What'd you do?
You told me to push the big red candy light button.
No,
What?
you hid Pat.
No, I did?
Yes, it says
Oh,
right
shit.
here.
I didn't mean to. Sorry, Pat. I'm going to unhide you. I must have
I
bumped
got
him on
him.
my phone. Okay.
I
That was
got
an
him.
accident. That was an accident. I must have moved my phone. Sorry.
You butt banned him. I'm gonna
Pat
start
joined.
calling you Mike.
Sorry, Pat. I don't even need my phone. I only know why I have it on. Sorry about that.
Good evening, everybody. Holy crap! Right out of the gate,
Sorry.
Mark, you pulled
I pulled a
the
mic.
sniper shot by accident.
Oops. Sorry, Pat. He said it was all good.
Pat, if you want to talk some Deadpool and Wolverine, you do have an invite in Twitter. If you don't want to, or you don't feel like it, or you're not up to it, don't worry about it. Hang out and chat. We'll love to have you in chat. But if you do want to talk about it, if you want to talk some comic book stuff, you are more than welcome to pop in and talk some comic book stuff. Greetings, everyone. I have not gotten a chance to work on the intro yet, but we will get there. I want to do something special, and I want to make sure that everybody is represented, and I don't just throw something together out of my butt. So, one of the things I do need from you guys is how would you like to be represented? Don't tell us here and ruin the surprise. Just DM me, send me something, be like, yo, I would love it if you could use this, like, you know, the old Incredible Hulk stuff or whatever. Just send me something, and I will incorporate it. We will make it work. So,
oh yeah,
as we have done in the past. Well, one thing I will be keeping in is Tex Conway saying it's clobbering times.
of course.
I will never. That will be in every intro we do for the Comic Book Roundtable. Is Tex putting on his cowboy hat and going, "It's clobbering time." So, absolutely freaking lootly, we will always have that. Yeah, nobody puts Pat in the corner.
Accidentally, we do. I do. Sorry.
But we are here, guys. We are here. Comic Book Roundtable, clobbering times. Comic Book Roundtable is back, and we've got 24/7 Fusion Media. How are you doing, brother?
Man, I just walked in through the door, man. So I know y'all was waiting on me. I apologize about that. I was just trying to get here, man. I was like, yeah, got a live tonight. I was excited to to be here. So I do apologize about having everybody wait. Everybody's waiting on me to start, get things started. So I appreciate y'all holding up for me. But glad to be here. Love you guys. Just excited to be here, man. Being here at the Clobberin Times Comic Book Roundtable is always a blessing, man. So I'm just glad to be here with all my good friends, and during the week when I'm not here with y'all, I'll be missing y'all, man. So today's the day to give all kind of huggies to everybody. So let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Chris Persia, the wrench of wrenches, says Mark's butt strikes again.
If my butt was up near my laptop sitting by my phone, I'm in trouble.
What are you doing tonight, Mark? How are you doing, brother? What's going on? You've been doing some streams on your own, some game streams.
Yep. Doing those every day at noon. Doing fine, getting over some little bug that came from a place in Asia. But other than that, I'm doing fine. And streaming.
Penny says Subway pit stop after church. Oh, get you some Subway.
Eat fresh.
Fresh. Looks like a hole in one. Happy Gilmore 2's coming out. I don't have much faith in that. Classic Comics. What are you doing, brother? How are you doing? What's been going on? You've been putting out some videos yourself, kicking the butt and taking some names, haven't you?
Well, the SS channel's been going pretty well lately. I passed 1,000 subs and then 1,500. Past 1,600 just the other day. That Thundar trailer, AI Thundar trailer I did is closing in on 145,000 views.
Damn!
So I'm working on a couple of other trailers right now, which I'll hopefully have something out here in the next week or two. And just did another one of my Trek talks yesterday, covering the Squire of Gothos, talking about that. And
Yeah, that was that was pretty good, man.
oh, you saw it? Thank you.
Yeah. I tweeted it out, man. But yeah, it was good.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
So let's see who we got in chat tonight. We've got Penny. What is up, Penny? All the hugs in the world for you, Penny. The Mad Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, a day outlaw. Good evening, my friend.
There you go, Penny.
Good evening. We will not be live tomorrow for Seven Kinds of Mischief. I will be at Deadpool, so we're gonna go see Deadpool at 7. We got our tickets in from the buddy that I mentioned. So we did a good trade. I got him a press pass for a convention, and we got tickets to see Deadpool. So
I might steal your spot tomorrow then.
So Mina Day will not be on tomorrow. Mary's Game Room, or as she is known in certain circles, Deliciously Evil, says, good evening, Loki and Valhalla. How'd you see this movie already? I'm going tomorrow at 2:40. I haven't. We're going tomorrow at 7. So I've read some reviews and I've seen some clips and some funny stuff, but I'm not going to ruin that for anybody. We're just going to talk about some of the reviews, and we're going to talk about how we feel about Deadpool and Wolverine. Snortapoopus Cuber, my favorite polar bear on YouTube, says Mark Damon tired the angriest butt in Valhalla. There's going to be a lot of butt jokes now.
Say, did you
buckle up?
Hey, did you see the new controllers, Xbox controllers that were released on Deadpool and Wolverine with the booties?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And you can detach the booties. You can detach the ass. I'm not getting one. I thought about it, but I'm not getting one. The problem, here's the problem with the Xbox controller. I have 2 PS5 controllers. I don't know whether I've just gotten lucky. I had 3, but I sold my original PS5, and I got the Spider-Man one. So I've got the Spider-Man controller, and I've got just a standard black PS5 remote. Those have lasted. No drift, no BS, no nothing. I get like 6 months into an Xbox controller, and it starts drifting and starts screwing up. That's it. Game over, man. They constantly drift. So I'm not going to go and spend that kind of money on an Xbox controller and just have it drift.
Right.
I've got an $18 Xbox controller, and I've had it for 2 years and no problems with it at all.
Is it one of the candy ones, or
it's one of the candy?
That's why. Yeah. The official Xbox controllers, for whatever reason, there's a little switch. There's a little tiny piece of plastic in the left control stick. This is what breaks, and as soon as that breaks, the drifting starts.
Okay.
And that's it. And they all do it, except for the elites. And I'm not paying $200 for a controller.
No.
I'm not doing that. But Pat S, what is up, Pat S? Good to see you, brother. It is good to see you. Apollome's Minion, how is Puppers? Give us an update, a Puppers update. And let us know how Puppers is doing. Daryl the Derelict from the back tube says, greetings program. How are you doing, brother? Guys, if you aren't subscribed over at the back tube, go and check them out. It's hilarity and nonsense will ensue. They do some crazy stuff over there. It's a whole lot of fun. Good live streams. Absolutely good live streams. So FKHC 2005 in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Keely Chow, roll tide. Keely. Roll tide, brother.
Roll tide.
War Eagle.
Man, take that shit
So it's good to see you all. Claude, what is up, Claude? Good to see you. He says, hi all. It is good to see you. So let's talk. Let's talk about Wolverine and Deadpool. You know, it was a while before I even knew Deadpool existed. I was a big Wolverine fan, but I didn't know much about Deadpool. It wasn't until probably, man, mid to late '90s that I
Mm,
started getting into Deadpool and reading about
Yep.
Deadpool.
That's around
yeah.
the time he really started getting popular, though.
Yeah.
And usually, you know, I'm not like, oh my God, I got to follow this trend or I got to follow that trend. But I remember a buddy handed me a Deadpool comic, and there was a lot of like he was mentioning Spider Man. I remember that was the first thing I noticed, and I was a huge Spidey fan, huge Spidey fan. I loved like McFarlane's Spider Man and that whole series, Sinister Six, Revenge of the Sinister Six. I loved all the Spider Man stuff. And Spider-Man, X-Men, that's kind of like what I gravitated to after I stopped reading DC. So when I read that first Deadpool comic, I was like, damn, he's talking about Spider-Man a lot. What the hell is up with this? And I read more and I read more, and I became not like a huge Deadpool fan, but enough of a fan that when I saw him, you know, in a game or a reference to the comic book, I was like, hee, Deadpool. So when the movie comes out, I'm like, holy shit, man. Yeah, give us, you know, Ryan Reynolds is perfect. I thought they shit all over him in the Wolverine movie.
Oh yeah.
X-Men
That,
Origins, Wolverine.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
man, that
terrible.
was fucked up. Yeah, I agree.
I liked the beginning, but he wasn't Deadpool. He was just Wade Wilson. And you know, but he had the mouth. I was like, man, I want more of this. And then they like sewed his mouth up and made him a ghoul. And I was like, ugh,
Yup, they made him a mime.
Mm.
it was horrible. And so when I found out there was going to be a Deadpool movie, I was like, holy shit, that looks hilarious. I want to see this movie. And then I couldn't believe it when I heard Fox had been holding this back. Fox has grabbed it and held it back and said, no, we don't want to do this. The only reason why it got released was because the trailer got leaked. There was footage that got leaked. So I was really surprised we were going to get this. And now we're up to the third movie, and they are invading the MCU. They are going to invade the MCU. There's going to be a whole crap load of cameos, and not everybody is happy about this. So I was reading. I can't remember whether it was Kotaku or it was IGN or whatever. They were very upset. They said it's too much fun. It's not serious enough. Um, they 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 push the boundary with Deadpool and Wolverine, kind of with Deadpool, kind of like throwing out innuendos to Logan, but they never kiss and they never get together. And I'm like,
What?
Oh,
oh
well,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
well,
So
the
they're
whole thing.
bitching that Deadpool and Wolverine aren't in like a gay relationship in the movie and having sex, and that the movie's too funny. The movie's not serious enough. It should have been like a serious love story. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You can look this up yourself. You can read the interview yourself. This is what they're bitching about. This is what they're upset about. These are the things they're upset about. That the movie isn't serious enough. It's too funny, and that the innuendo getting thrown around and the teasing is phobic. This is what these people. No, I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. This is a real review. This was a real review of the movie. It was too funny. It wasn't serious enough, and that they gay bait with Deadpool like throwing out innuendos, and it never happens. And I'm like, this is what you want? You want
Have
the
any,
MCU to just be more? I'll just say it, more gay.
have any of these reviewers read a Deadpool comic that understand that Deadpool is? I mean, it's comedy. It's not Deadpool's not to be taken serious. I mean, he's never been taken seriously. or he never takes himself seriously.
Never takes himself seriously. They said that bringing so many people back from the Fox side of things was a huge mistake. No one wants to see cameo of the Fox characters. It should have all been stuff with current MCU people in it, and that's what they should have focused on.
Yep, Shang-Chi.
MCU. Shang-Chi and Miss Marvel and all that. They shouldn't have focused on the old characters.
And Echo.
Yeah, whatever.
Now I get where Ryan Reynolds is coming from, because Fox made some really dumb decisions. Okay, you can start it with X-Men 3. You can start it with the Phoenix movie. One dumb decision after another. Now there were times where they pivoted and they made something really good that was really enjoyable. But a lot of times their bullshit fell flat because they didn't follow through with anything. They screwed up. They killed people off they shouldn't have killed off. And they made some very bad choices. That's on Fox. And Ryan Reynolds seems to think that we will all enjoy laughing at the stupid decisions Fox made. I, for one, can't wait to see that. I don't know about you, but I can't wait.
Like how they sidelined Cyclops almost right from the beginning.
Yep.
I want to see all that. They also go in and make, supposedly, the MCU the enemy. That's great. That's great. Thank you so very much. I can't wait. Anybody else heard anything that they want to share? We'll go around. We'll start with 24 and go around the room.
Well, I heard that they drop over 100 F-bombs and throughout the whole movie. Over 100.
Good.
Other than that, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they've been showing off like X-23. She's in the movie, all grown up. It's the same chick
Careful
from
about spoilers.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful about spoilers. We don't want to go too far into spoilers.
well, I mean, this is what they've already thrown out there to everybody.
But some people might not know that. Like, there's another cameo that I saw today. I didn't really want to know about, but I saw it and I couldn't unsee it. So, and that's got someone in it from DC. So just be careful.
What, Deathstroke finally fights Deadpool? Uh-oh. Just kidding.
Go ahead, 24. Anything else?
No, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
You know me, man. I read all that shit, so
I know
I
you
can
do.
go on and on. So
Oh, she's in the trailer now? Okay. Well, I guess go ahead. She's in the trailer.
yeah, that's
The one I saw today was not in the trailer. And that's got an actor from DC Comics, or from DC, the DCU. So there's an actor from the DCU that's going to come over and make an appearance. But I'm not going to tell you who that is, because I don't want to ruin anything for you. Victor, really quick. Victor says, well, shit, looks like they leaned into the TBA crap at the beginning. A lot of it's just, you need to find Wolverine and you need to go do this. Once that's done, they're on to multiverse shit. So it's basically, they use TBA as a vessel of getting into the multiverse. So you don't really have to watch any of the Disney Plus shit. You don't. All you got to know is TBA is going to let them go through the timelines, and that gives them access to the multiverse. That's it. You don't have to know who he's talking to. You don't have to have a detailed background. Okay, so Ryan Reynolds did an interview where he said, I don't want anybody to have to do a lot of homework for this movie. If you've seen X-Men, if you've seen the Deadpool movies, you're going to be fine. I don't want them to have to do that. And a lot of people didn't know whether he was being honest or not, but he said, Kevin Feige, Figueroa, hands off. He said, you guys just go and make your movie. Apparently, that's what he let them do. And it's balls to the walls, crazy shit. Feige didn't get hands on at all. He just let them go and make the movie.
You know, I heard that during test screenings, people were crying.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, there was people crying. I guess it was either so good, or the way they did it was basically better than expected.
Good. You know what? I we thought about this yesterday. Me and Eris were talking. We went and got a pizza, and we were walking back to the car, and it was like, we haven't seen a Marvel movie together. All the time we've been together, we have not seen a Marvel movie together because we haven't gone to the theater to see a Marvel movie. The last Marvel movie I saw in the theater was Endgame. Huh. Isn't that something?
Well, Marvel didn't give you a reason to want to go to the theater to watch any of their shit.
That's right. Classic. Have you heard anything you wanna bring up?
Well, I don't know. We don't want to get into spoilery stuff, right?
Not anything. Yeah, not anything big, but
I mean, nothing I can really think of that you guys haven't covered, really. There are some. I mean, I won't say what they are, but apparently there are some like post-credit scenes and stuff that have leaked out, and they're on YouTube if you want to find them. I won't say what they are.
Mark?
Besides the general stuff that everybody knows already from the trailers, I've seen a couple of I've read about one spoiler that I don't know if it's real or not, and I can't say anything about it. So no, because don't want to get yelled at by the crew. So no, I have not. I don't have anything to add to it because mine would be spoiler as well.
Vic says, Loki, do you know what the void is? Apparently you need to know that for the movie. I can't see any reason why that's going to be like a huge thing. The void is a wasteland. It's a wasteland where like pieces of timelines go. Okay, so like maybe there might be like in the Loki series, that's where the old Loki was, that had the original suit, the original green and gold suit, the old school one.
Yeah, with the horns.
With the horns, that's where he was in the void. It's like you could almost call it a prison, but it's where things go that have no timeline to go to anymore.
Yeah, it's like purgatory.
Yeah, it's kind of like purgatory. But there's big monster there that consumes shit. So, I mean, I don't see why that would be like any super gotta have, need to know thing. I really don't.
That's well, I mean, from the trailer, is that apparently where Ant-Man is?
That's a good question.
Is nowhere going to be in this movie too? Because nowhere is where all the multiverses meet.
Probably not. Because that's where Loki is.
He's in nowhere is where he's at.
Yeah, that's where he's at with the throne.
Okay,
that's where he's stuck at because he turned into Yggdrasil.
Oh, that's right.
Explain that one to you. Let me tell you what.
God of Mischief is a tree now.
God of Mischief is a tree now. He has become the three-eyed raven.
Or another version of Groot, right?
Yeah, I'm Groot.
Pop says nowhere is not in the film.
Yes, Ant-Man is in the void. Nowhere is not in the film. Okay. Well, I see you tomorrow. So, 7 o'clock. Yay. And I definitely will do an out of theater, a quick review out of theater, and I'll do a more detailed review when I get back. Oh, no problem, dude. No problem. From what I understand, and again, I'm going off of interviews here, Ryan Reynolds didn't want people to have to like watch 50 movies and do all this bullshit to watch this movie. If you've seen X-Men and you know Wolverine and you've seen the Deadpool movies, you're good to go. Anything else will be subtle enough that you'll get it or it'll get explained to you. Chris Burgess says the MCU doesn't understand Marvel Comics, in particular Deadpool. He's one of the only characters that knows he's living in a comic book and that nothing is real. So this movie can't be serious. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. That's why when I see some of these reviews from some of these brain dead people, like Alyssa McConte, whatever the hell her name is, I'm just like, what are you smoking, lady? What are you smoking? What are you doing? The purple cloud is Alioth, yeah, which we saw in Loki season 1. Film has a lot of Fox movie references, yes. Film's going to have a lot of Fox movie references. And the MCU is the enemy. Logan was a key watch for Deadpool 3. I'm not rewatching Logan. I've seen Logan twice. So I saw it in the theater. And I was like, after I left, and I'll ask you guys this here in a minute. I just kind of was like, is something wrong with me? Did I miss something? Did I boo boo? When it came out on Blu-ray, I got the Blu-ray and I watched it once. I said, I hate this movie. I hate it. Is it just me? And the more I've talked about it, the more people have come to me and said, no, it's not just you, Logie. We hated it too. I'm like, well, damn, man. Why was everybody saying this was like the best comic book movie ever? And they absolutely loved it. It was a slog. It's depressing. It's not worth being an X-Men movie. It's not worth having Logan in it. Why do I want to see geriatric wheezing Logan? And every time I bring that up, there's some son of a bitch out there that's like, he had adamantium poisoning. No shit.
Mhm.
I don't care. I don't want to see him as geriatric wheezing can't make it up the hill Logan. I want raging Wolverine, not huffing and wheezing Logan. Oh, but that's what made the movie great. No, that was what made the movie suck. 24, what'd you think about Logan?
You know what? It was cool, but to be honest, this is what I don't like about those kind of movies. It's like, they'll sit there and show him, or they'll show him or a hero, because I've seen movies like that, and basically we haven't even seen him, in a solo movie being at his best. It's like basically like when we're watching the Zack Snyder movies, we didn't see Batman at his fullest. We didn't see Superman at his fullest. But before we saw Superman go to his fullest potential, we see him die in the fucking movie.
Yep.
Batman, hell, people were impressed by the fucking fight scene where, he was fucking killing and beating everybody's ass, but we didn't get a full proper Ben Affleck Arkham Asylum movie. So we never saw Batman at his full potential, but then they'll make a movie to where Batman's either old or he's fucking dying or some bullshit. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how people can fucking miss making a character at his prime, but want to either show him when he's starting or show him when he's fucking dying or when he's dead.
I think 24 just threw out more F-bombs in that one rant than the entire Deadpool versus Wolverine movie is going to.
My bad.
Classic. What do you think about Logan?
Okay, so I mean, at the time, I thought it was a pretty solid send off for the character and a pretty solid movie overall. But looking back on it now, it was kind of like, it was one of the first of these sort of, our favorite hero is this sort of broken down old slob who's lost everybody, and it's like kind of like what they did with Luke, what they did with Indiana Jones, and I don't know, I can't think of others right now, but it was kind of like the first of those, so it's kind of lost a little in my estimation. I still think it's a good movie, But yeah, that does kind of bother me a little that it was kind of like the beginning of that whole trend.
Well, Phantom Outsider brings up a great point. He says it was a downer. We get to see the death of Xavier's dream. What a great thing to show. Here's what I don't understand. This movie's supposed to be like Logan, right? But they had Professor X kill all the X-Men. The comic book, that's not what happened. Logan kills all the X-Men. They trick Logan. They mind screw Logan into killing everybody. And it's his fault. And that's why he won't pop the claws. He's like, nope, not doing it, bub. I'm not popping the claws. I'm retired. I've got a redhead wife that looks like Jean Grey. I'm finally happy. I got kids. And he gets pulled into some bullshit. And he's got to pay rent. He's got to pay the Hillbilly Hulk's rent. So I don't know. I just think they completely changed the story, trying to and tried to keep his character somehow the same, but it doesn't work. It's not the same. The same feeling behind it isn't there. And that is a screwed up book. Guys, if you've ever read that, what the Hulk does to his cousin, what the future is, that is a screwed up, messed up, crazy book.
Yeah, it's written by Garth Ennis, who wrote The Boys and wrote Preacher and a bunch of other stuff. And his books always have a lot of kind of shock value type demented stuff in them. I'm not a big fan of his, really.
Mark, what do you think about Logan?
I'm agree with classic on it, for the time it came out. It was good. I mean, it wasn't. It's definitely probably the best of the Wolverine movies, unfortunately. And we get to see our hero go off to die, to go off and die. But to touch on something that 24 said about Batman, bringing Batman into it, there is a proper way to do an older Batman, and it was done in the Dark Knight Returns. That's the proper way you do it. You do, and he faked it. Well, I don't want to spoil it if nobody's seen it, but that was a good story to tell compared to what we got with Logan. I mean, if they, like you said, if they'd have gone with Old Man Logan, probably would have been better. Probably would have never seen the light of day and had to have been animated instead of live action. I don't know how you could have pulled that off in the movies, but all in all, if you gave it on a scale of 10, probably when it came out, a decent 8. But now, after it's aged, it hasn't aged well. I'd say it's maybe a 5, 4.9 compared to what else we've gotten in the since then.
Yeah. I don't know. I never saw the hype. If you got to watch Logan and you've never seen it, I guess watch Logan. Maybe it's important. Maybe it's not. Maybe just watching the X-Men movies and the Deadpool movies, you'll get it. Maybe you won't. Who knows? But I'm excited. I haven't been excited for a Marvel movie in God since me and Eris have been together because I haven't gone and seen one. So, and even then, I'm like, okay, I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you this if you give me 2 tickets to Deadpool because I'm not spending money on it. Yes, I am that jaded. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am that jaded. I'm not paying for the tickets. I'll trade. I'll trade something for the tickets. That way, my money isn't going to Disney. They haven't earned $1 from me. I don't want to give them any money. So, you saw X-23 all grown up in the trailer. Okay.
I wish they'd never introduced X-23. I'm not a fan of X-23. I'm not a fan of any of Logan's children. Logan should be a mystery.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like him having any offspring.
Mm-mm.
You know, to
She's a
be real, I
clone.
don't like none of these fucking superheroes having kids.
She's a clone, but she's a female.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even really his kid. She's just a clone. And it's a girl.
She got an upgrade, Loki.
Oh yeah. I'm the new model.
I got an upgrade.
I got an upgrade.
Well, she's missing a claw. She only has 2 claws, so therefore she's not a real Wolverine.
Loki jaded? Nah. Great googly moogly, it's positive Kandar. What is up, brother? I read some of the Talon Origin X-23 comics. I haven't, because I think that character's shit. But
Yeah, that was
maybe
right
that's
around.
just me.
That was right around the time I was kind of dropping Marvel and not really buying them anymore.
X-23 is the money dodge to not pay royalties.
Yeah.
Disney's such a prick, dude. They are absolutely worthless. A proper send off story for a hero was what Alan Moore did for Superman. Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow, Superman 423, and Action Comics 583.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to read a badass female, I read Hawk and Fisher. I used to like Hawkman and Hawkgirl back in the day. They have twisted that story so much that I'm just like, I don't care anymore. And Hawkgirl having a relationship. There are some people in this household that like the Jon Stewart Hawkgirl relationship. No.
Yeah,
Of
I mean,
course, they
shit.
made
I
Hawkman a
wonder who
total
that would
prick.
be.
Yeah, I mean, shit. In new comic books, Hawk Girl is scissoring.
So it's because they made Hawkman an effing prick. They did. They made Hawkman a stupid prick. Hawkman's not like that. Hawkman and her were fated to be together. So I
Yeah,
don't.
it's kind of like how they did fucking Joker and Harley Quinn.
Ugh. And that's those people down the block. I will say that I heard a very good joke that's in the movie where where Deadpool apologizes to a actor from the DC universe and is like, "Screw those pricks down the block. I'm so glad you're here." So that was like, holy shit. That's about time. Get. Oh,
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I feel like they both have screwed up. Both companies have screwed up. Marvel screwed up. DC screwed up. Go ahead, Mark.
well, I was just gonna say another idea to bring if they really want to do it right, they should have made the TV shows into leading into all of with the rest of the Marvel universe joining the Marvel universe. Why waste your time with the crap that we got with boring stories? I mean, if you're going to use Wanda the way they did it, why not do a type of, and I hate to say this because people are going to disagree with me, but do a type of House of M where instead of taking away their powers, bring them to the universe and bring them that way and build it up. I like what they're doing with Wolverine and Logan. That's kind of different, but at the same time, if you're going to make Wanda this all powerful thing, instead of do the children's story, get it out the way, and then make her realize that something was wrong, that something's missing. That's why that's the problem with the Marvel universe. I mean, the MCU.
Victor says, I still like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do
Oh
I.
yeah.
Rewatch those over and over with the daughter when she was younger. Yeah, I've rewatched those. I just bought the Blu-rays last year for Eris as a present. No, I love the Batman animated series. I love Batman Beyond. I love the Superman series. I love the Justice League. All the DC animation stuff when it was really good and they had people kicking ass and taking names. I really enjoy. Holy shit, it's Pat's.
Hey boys, do I sound okay? I still have a terrible ear infection, so I can't even put on headphones.
You do.
You're good.
I'm just going sans headphones. I wanted to kind of bring it back around because I saw you guys were kind of coming to the end, and I didn't really know a lot about the movie. I've tried to avoid any kind of spoilers and stuff so that
So
I
have
can
I.
enjoy it because I do have to review with Mark on Mark D with a C Sunday nights, folks. Come by and visit, and review with him when he goes on. But I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't hop on there and tell you guys that because of Wolverine, that's the only reason I got into hero comics. And I didn't even fool with Marvel. I was very much growing up horror comics. I liked weird stuff. I even read like Harvey comics. I was a big I would buy like Richie Rich comics until I was like 10, 11 years old, you know. I was much more interested in that kind of stuff. And, like I said, Sergeant Rock was my always buy. I always got that. But when Secret Wars came out, what was I? Secret Wars, the first run, 84, 85. Does that sound right?
83,
People
84
who are
about
Yeah,
better than
83.
me on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I went over to my older cousin's house, and my older cousin was always so cool. This was a guy that he lived on the lakefront. He was an only child. He would give me his toys when he was done playing. He's about 4 or 5 years older than me, and he collected comics. And I went over to his house, and I remember seeing stuff about Secret Wars and the toys that come out and stuff, and they looked pretty cool. And I went over to his house, and he pulled out that 82 run of Wolverine, which was Frank Miller and Chris. You guys know
Claremont.
this one.
Claremont,
Yeah,
the writer.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, with those phenomenal covers, right? Like Wolvie Light and the cigar and the crossbow. And he actually let me read them, which was a big deal for him because he didn't like me touching his comics. He would actually turn pages for me and stuff. But he's like, "Yeah, you'll like Wolverine. Read this stuff." And man, there's just something about it. Ever since then, I read anything that Miller was involved with, and that just got me so into it, man. And Wolverine quickly became like my favorite superhero. And that's when I found out, oh, he's with the X-Men. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out these guys and stuff. And that was the first time I started buying Marvel comics, was because of that. So if it wasn't for Wolverine, I'm sure I'm not the only guy that was like that, a child of the 80s born in the mid 70s that fell in love with that stuff because of Wolverine. He was just so happening.
Nightcrawler here. I mean, I'm a big Wolverine fan, but Nightcrawler's always been my favorite.
Superman was my boy when I was growing up. Used to run around, little tiny Loki with the blanket around as the cape, do the pose, butt ass naked, running around the house, and then Batman. But it wasn't until I was in like junior high that someone was like, "Boom, X-Men," and I was like, "What's this?" And I dumped DC. I stopped reading all the DC comics, and I didn't go back till after the death of Superman. And then when they did the death of Superman stuff, I felt bad. I really did. It made me feel bad because there's this kid in there that's like, Superman's just a big Boy Scout and he doesn't even hurt anybody and da 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 da. And I was like, oh my god, I'm that kid in that comic who gets all upset. He's like, he's dead now and we'll never get him back. And I was like, oh my god, that's me. I loved Superman back in the day when I was a kid. And now I'm reading X-Men and Spider-Man and all this stuff. So it pulled me back for a little bit. But it was right around 2000 when I was like, New 52 shit that I just was like, no, I'm out. I'm out. I stopped reading Marvel for a while too.
That's why you pick up Dark Horse and start reading Hellboy. That's where I stopped reading Marvel at and started reading Hellboy, and then picked up again with the X-Men after a while because the X-Men are always a go-to. But Dark Horse Dark Horse was I don't know if it still is a great company.
Like Pat, I loved horror comics. Dark Horse Presents and the AVP and Aliens and all that stuff. That's a big part of my collection is Aliens and AVP.
Predator.
And Predator. I've got like 2 long boxes with just all kinds of horror shit in it.
They did a lot of good stuff in the 90s. Hellboy, Next Men, Concrete, The Goon, some other stuff.
Star Wars was classic with Dark Horse.
A lot of Star Wars.
Tales of the Jedi. Ooh, some good stuff.
Yeah, they also had Dark Horse Presents, right, where it was like a bunch of different stories.
Yep.
Like they had like a little bit of Star Wars, a little bit of Predator or Alien, and yeah, those were pretty good too. You remember those, Loki?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Pops, since I have you guys here, since I'm here, Pops to Conan, that run they're doing right now looks pretty good. Is anybody following that? I'm liking some of the cover art. I've heard a couple of good things. I'm just wondering what you guys thought.
So I'm on a virgin cover hunt. I want them all in virgin covers. And I think I have 9 of them now. I think I have 9 of the 9 of them with virgin covers. I've got a couple that I bought that aren't virgin covers. I will probably sell those eventually, but no, it's good. It's good stuff.
Cool.
It's good
Cool.
stuff. I'm really enjoying Conan, and I'm really enjoying Savage Sword.
Mm.
So,
I refuse to read modern comics. I just do.
the Conan, like what Pop said, the Conan by Titan is awesome. It is. It is really awesome. The Transformers, the GI Joe, and Conan. Those are the only comics I bought that are modern day that are coming out now in a
Right.
long time.
And
I've been
and what,
collecting back issues of stuff for a long time.
you still picking up Void Rivals, right?
Yes, I've still got a couple Void Rivals.
Man, God, I hate what they did to fucking Scarlet. Fuck. You know, they just dropped like the Scarlet and Destro comic books.
Yep.
Scarlet, yeah, they did her dirty, man.
I haven't. I've only got like 1 or 2 GI Joe comics from the new stuff. I've got a bunch of the old ones, but I've only got 1 or 2 of the GI Joes, and I haven't even read those yet. I've been too busy. So keeping up with Conan and Transformers has been a big thing.
Loki, you were a big GI Joe guy as a kid. Did you ever read the first 50 run of the old GI Joe from way back in the day?
I've
Well,
got
for
that
Marvel,
first. I've got that.
Those are
first.
some amazing comics. They really are.
Yes.
Dated
Got
but
that first
good.
50 run. So those have been there. But now listen, this isn't like, oh my god, it's in. No, I drew on these bastards. This is stuff that I had when I was a kid that I've been hauling around with me for 30 years now. So this was stuff that I traced. This is stuff that when I was learning how to draw, when I could still draw, this was all stuff that I colored in and all kinds of shit. So,
See, dude, I got a couple years on you, so I don't. Did you have like the original '82 release of the first 12 Joes and they had the 4 Cobra guys and like I think it was like 10 vehicles. Did you get that, or were you too young to get that? And Dad started you
got
like
all
the
that
gens.
because my
Okay,
dad
because
was my dad was the one buying all that shit.
you could almost set your stuff up for the first like 10 episodes, first 10 issues of GI Joe and play with your stuff like they did in the comics. And my mom was super cool. Like she was one of those moms that totally got it, and she knew like, wait, there's only 2 or 3 bad guys. Okay, this is like a trooper guy, so I'm gonna get Patrick like 10 of these Cobra guys. You know what I mean? But she
Yeah,
also got me 10 grunts because she thought the grunt figure was
like a
not an
grunt.
individual figure. She thought it was like a like a just a general enlisted man. But I had so much of that stuff. It was just so amazing, and had that comic book with it. You know, people could say it was meant to sell toys, but I'd have loved it by itself.
Not a cartoon.
I wish I had my picture books that were over at my parents' house, and my brother hadn't thrown them away. I filled up a 2-car garage with GI Joe stuff, and I didn't even move the carrier in there. This was just we had the Cobra base on one side. With this, me and my friends spent like 2 weeks setting this up. We had the Cobra base on one side, and we had the GI Joe base on the other side, and it was a giant battlefield. And we had Sergeant Slaughter because Sergeant Slaughter was working for the Iraqis on WWF. Sergeant Slaughter was in the brig in the GI Joe base because on WWF he was working with Saddam Hussein and the Iraqis, and it turned heel. So we locked his ass up in the GI Joe base in the brig.
yeah, didn't
And
wasn't he teamed up with like the Iron Sheik and all them motherfuckers?
he was teamed up
Yeah,
with the Iron Sheik and that other guy. Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
So he
Colonel
got
Mustafa.
banished, but everybody else, man, I had everything. So we had the planes, we had the vehicles, and it filled up this 2-car garage until
Did you
my
have
mom was like, "I want to park my car in the garage." And finally, my dad was like, "We'll move all this stuff out. Don't
did
worry."
you did you have the fridge? Did you have the fridge action figure that you had to send in the 10 proofs of purchase for.
And I had the missile guy, and I had the snow guy. Every single thing you sent UPC stuff in, the missile battery, all of it.
I
had
still have
everything.
I still have the Cobra Commander with the that you sent the UPCs in on. That the power jet pistol fit on his back. That was the only one that you could get. That was the only way you could get him. I
Do you
still
remember
have
the
that.
gliders?
Oh yeah. But I had
You
the
guys-
stuff that first came out because that was the tail end of Star Wars, the end of Star Wars, and the beginning of that was what 83 into 84 when GI Joe came out. So I mean, I had just the base stuff. I never really got deep into GI Joe because I was starting.
Phantom knows what's up. Colonel Mustafa. Yes,
Yeah.
It was Colonel Mustafa. It was Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, and Colonel Mustafa. Yes.
Did you let somebody have Sergeant Slaughter's mini tank? Because he was actually a figure, a vehicle figure. Sergeant Slaughter was.
Yeah, actually,
green and white tank.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the few things that in Serpentor's fucking vehicle that my brother left me after he fucking gave away all my GI Joes a couple of years ago. Yeah, this like for me to have owned everything from the first GI Joe from like Duke and Scarlet and all them, all the way to like Lady J, Flint, all the way to Zartan and oh, you motherfucker! That my brother, man, just about 2 or 3 years ago, he gave them all away and never even fucking told me.
Oh.
So just think, I all these years I thought I fucking had my shit until he fucking told me, yo, I gave them all away. The only thing I had left were the vehicles. So I still got Sergeant Slaughter's vehicle. I got Serpentor's golden shit that flies.
Throne.
And just
air chariot with the Cobra front.
Chariot.
Yeah, and then all I have is a bunch of weapons.
Phantom says, I'm pretty sure when Sergeant Slaughter fought Hulk Hogan, Slaughter was wearing the Iron Sheik's pointy shoes. Yes. The ones that had torn Sergeant Slaughter up in the match that they had, he wore against Hulk Hogan. Yes, it was those horned looking shoes with the pointy
they curved back up. Yeah.
Curved back up. Yep. So, guys, are you excited to go see Deadpool? Do you want to go see Deadpool, or do you want to just say screw it? Marvel's, screwed me around enough. We're gonna go see it tomorrow. Is anyone excited to go see this movie?
Yeah, I want to see it.
I want to see it, but
bit.
I'll probably sell the high seas to watch it.
I'm gonna go see it probably tomorrow night too.
I'm hesitantly optimistic. I'm hoping for the best. I trust Ryan Reynolds. I think he's had a pretty good run of it. I really, really, really do, even though it seems like every time we think this, he comes back again. But I really think this is Jackman's last run as Wolverine. I can't imagine they could come up with another way to bring him back. So just because of those two things, I'm going to give it a try. But this is like, hey guys, this is the first time I've seen a movie since before COVID in a theater. I'm actually now well enough that I can go and do it. So this will be a big deal for me, man. I've been saving up. I got my $50 ready in case I want to get an icy or something.
Yeah. Is anybody gonna get the popcorn bucket? I can't. I'm not buying Wolverine sucking. I'm just not. The only other option, I think, the Cinemark bucket is a Deadpool ass with a hole where his butthole should be, and I'm just like, no. I already got the Doom bucket. I don't need a butthole bucket. Well, I don't need a Deadpool butthole bucket.
If you go to AMC, you're going to get the $300 one. That's the one that you could sell on eBay, man.
No, I don't want that. I don't want the Wolverine with his mouth open, guggling.
Well, when you get the alien head, you'll have the phallus for both of them.
I'm gonna get the alien head one because we go and see Alien next week. I think Alien is next week.
Loki, I have to ask you in 24. This is pretty much on topic. Since you guys are both Texans, who bought the Alamo movie theater franchise?
Sony.
Because there's a rumor that they're going to send either a single or a double screen to New Orleans. That they have purchased the land and are going to build one in the greater New Orleans area. I'm just wondering if you guys have heard
Sony.
that.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
franchising them out? Are they building them to like run their own movies or what? Are
They
they
shut
expanding
down
outside of Texas?
all. They shut down all of the Alamos in Texas.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know when they're opening. I don't know when they're doing what, but Sony bought them and
yeah.
they shut them all down here.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
yeah, that was just a couple months ago that Sony bought it, and they plan to redo them, do them up, and actually, it'll be to Sony's favor because you know, so we'll get to see what that looks like here pretty soon.
Phantom says, I haven't been in theater since Ghostbusters Afterlife. Damn. It's been a while.
Yeah.
It has been a while. I did like that movie. All right, we're going to get out of here. Let's promote shit and go. 24, what do you got coming up?
Shit. Just just drop in a video. I'm trying to figure out what the topic is, and just for everybody listening, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, liking them, reposting them, dropping comments and everything else. I appreciate y'all. I'm seeing shit, man. If you look at my analytics, man, they're fucking, off the chain, man. I'm seeing shit that I haven't seen in years, man. So I'm just thankful for it's a blessing to have everybody just, watching it and checking it out. I'm just very thankful, and I'm just gonna be ready to drop a new video tomorrow, man. So I'm just I'm loving it, man. It feels good to be a YouTuber again, man.
Oh, yeah. Classic. What do you got coming up?
Well, I kind of talked about my channel earlier. Oh, one thing I'm going to be doing. So not this Saturday, but the next one. Y'all all know J-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know J-Man. So he's going to be doing a live stream and that I'm going to be taking part in. We're going to talk about the Squadron Supreme limited series from the 80s.
Cool.
12 issue
Oh,
one. I think that'll be like a two-part. It'll be like we'll do the first 6 issues, and then I guess the second six issues the following week. So that'll be about a week and a half, and that's August 3rd, I believe.
All right. Thank you, brother. Mark, the infinitely tired, the madman, the angriest wrench on the internet. You've been doing game streams.
Yep, got one coming up tomorrow at noon, Terraforming Mars, and might sneak a little game in there at 7 o'clock just to placehold for you tomorrow. Might play a little bit of Fortnite solo or see if somebody will join me to play Fortnite. Don't know, figuring that one out, but definitely tomorrow at noon. A little bit of Terraforming Mars. We're going to be Elon Musk to Mars and rebuild it ourselves.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Pat, anything you want to throw out for anybody?
Yeah, no problem, buddy. As a matter of fact, when I get off with you guys, I got to go try to find somebody to pop on Brandon's anime show on Saturday morning because we decided to do an open topic one. So I'm looking through my Rolodex as we speak. And of course, just like you guys are doing, and Nick and our buddy Tom over at Midnight's Edge After Dark, and J-Man too, keeping Clobby's name alive on Sunday nights, dude. That's been rough for that show. Mark D with a C. Sundays at about 9 on Central Time. It's rough, buddy. Mark's the part of that show. There's no doubt about it, but Clobby was definitely part of the soul of it. So it's taken us a while to get past it and keep his memory alive and stuff. But we're out there doing what you guys are doing, man. Telling the truth about what we love and keeping it real and keeping the good stuff that's there alive. And I know he would have wanted us to do that, and Mark's been really working hard to do it. So if you like us out there, you'll probably dig Sunday night. It's very laid back. Come check that out. I'm sure Mark would appreciate it too.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, all our love for Mark D with C. All of our love goes out to the Clobberins family. Clobberin Time, such a wonderful family. Great people. Absolutely wonderful people.
Yes, indeed.
So, guys, we will be back next week. Until then, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. We'll see you on the next Comic Book Roundtable. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody.
See ya.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.